Hey,
Morning.
hey, how are you? I'm Liz Scooby.
Hello.
Hey, hi, Lisa. It's
Jackie.
Jackie. Oh, I sound horrible.
You do? You have a cold?
And it's really early here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I
I'll be better
consider
in a
10
minute.
o'clock early over here. Yeah.
No, it's 8 o'clock early on the West
Oh,
Coast.
that stinks. Mm.
Hmm.
My computer glasses on, I couldn't see the screen.
I'm not sure if I'm in there. Yep. Okay. Single.
All right, I guess we'll keep admitting people as it goes along. Welcome, everybody. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the National French Contest. And I'm Lisa Narig, I am the director, and Dawn Fiorelli is going to be presenting. She is at a conference in New Jersey, and she's helping us, she's doing the presentation. So I will let her take it away.
Good morning, everybody. I am going to turn my video off because my internet is spotty, but bonjour, good morning, and I'm sorry for those of you, it's really early. But we're going to talk a little bit about the Grand Concours. So anything you have questions about, hopefully we'll be able to answer, or we will answer them during this presentation. If you have questions, you can pop them into the chat and we will respond as quick as we can. So we're going to do an overview of the Grand Concours. There it goes. All right, so who can participate? Any student of French can participate from grades 1 to 12, any student taking French. And we do have different divisions for any students who are homeschooled or tutored privately. If you have students who are in a block schedule, if you have students that maybe took a year off, anything, any student who takes French is welcome to participate in the Grand Concours. So last year we had about 44,000 students participate in the Grand Concours and 1,500 teachers. So it really is a national contest. We have tons and tons of students participating every year, and we are hoping that more will participate as the years go on. Hopefully more will join us this year as well. What is the Grand Concours? So it's a multiple choice test at 7 levels. So we have the elementary school students. So if you teach a FLES program from grades 1 to 6 is considered FLES for our contest for the most part. And there's about 30 to 60 items, questions based on the age of the student. And levels 1 to 5 is generally middle school to high school or secondary students. And there's about 60 to 70 items. And for the elementary school, it's mostly listening. And for the upper levels, the secondary students, it's a listening portion. And then the second portion is reading comprehension and those structure kind of questions. There's also a speaking portion for the top scoring FLES students. So levels 1, 2, or 3 for the different grades in the FLES program. And we have divisions A and B and or Concours, which are students who are not scored for national prizes. There's also different divisions for students in immersion programs or for native speakers, because we understand that they have a different background. And we do adjust the scores based on the number of minutes per week. Some programs, students are only in class once a week. Some students are in class every day. Also the grade level they're in and when they began their study. Was it in September? Was it in January? Is it a semester? So all of those adjustments are made. So for levels 1 to 5, which would be middle school through high school, there are 5 divisions, and the level corresponds to the credit or the equivalent at the end of the school year. So if your students are in level 2 French, they would take the level 2 contest. If they are in level 4 in school, they would take the level 4 contest. Anytime you're not sure where to place your students, you can check with your state administrator, and if they can't answer your questions, they can definitely reach out to the national level for eligibility to help you place those students properly. The 5 divisions are based on the ABCs. I tried to highlight them for you to kind of point them out. So Division A is absolute beginner. Those are those students that never had French. And French is their first, they're only learning it in school. They don't have outside background. Division B is some background. C is a native speaker. And D and E are for students who have those different schedules, like block schedules, trimesters. And then AP students are also in their own division. So to enroll your students, it's super easy because it is all handled at the national level. You can contact your chapter and contest administrator for information. You can visit the website with the information as well.
Oh, no, we've got to find one then.
Make sure you sign up your students early, because as soon as your students are registered, they will have review materials for the past several years at all levels. So if they want to try and challenge themselves and they're in level 1, they can test out the reviews for level 2. If they want to do extra practice, they can do all the levels, and then they get scored for them. So for the contest, it is $5 per contest for any AATF member, and that jumps to $10 if you are not an AATF member. Some chapters do have a chapter fee, and those are listed on the website. Each chapter, and you can also check with your state administrator about the chapter fees for your chapter, and where that fee goes to will also be listed. And it is important that each teacher register their own students, because scores are sent directly to the teachers as well. So to prepare your students, it's pretty simple. Teach your class. Any classroom activity you do is an amazing opportunity for them to prepare for the contest. It's not based on any kind of textbook. It's based on general French. It's not following this book or that book. It's just general information in French. Do the sample test to familiarize your students with how it works, so that they understand how the listening prompts are set up, how the reading activities are structured, so that they have an idea of how it works. The more time they have to practice, they can do more of those practice activities as well. And you can view the sample for the 2023 contest is available as a sample on Linko, so you can see how the Linko platform works by contacting support@frenchcontest.org. That's me, for the link to get access. And it is all the levels from 2023, not just one specific level. So your school's responsibility as far as enrollment is to enroll your own students. You are welcome to proctor your own students during class. You don't have to have all level 4 students testing at the same time. They can be tested at different times as long as it falls within the testing window. And make sure that your school doesn't have any kind of firewalls blocking the website, to make sure that the site does work on all of the devices that students will be using. So where and how do my students take the contest? So FLES, again, is about 30 to 60 minutes, depending on the level. Levels 01 to 3 is about 60 minutes. It's 2 separate sections. Levels 4 and 5 is a little bit longer because they're at the higher level. So students at any level don't need to test at the same time. You can test them at the same time, but it's not required. And you can do the test over 2 days. So listening on one day and reading on another day. And some options that people have mentioned to us that they have used to do the contest is after school, on a weekend, during class time, where they are working like in school, where they're pulled out of other classes. And for those students that are homeschooled or that have a tutor or are not participating in the French program at school, there is an option for remote or at-home testing. So FLES students, FLES teachers will receive their raw scores in mid-March and the final scores and their rankings in April because of the speaking portion. So the raw scores are available, and then those students that are ranked to do the speaking portion, that will happen after. Teachers can view your scores as soon as the students click submit on their screens. And around mid-April, all results are available. So you'll receive chapter and national rankings and national percentiles and awards. Lisa, I see there's some things in the chat. I don't know if there's anything.
No, it's mainly comments about the background noise.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry about the background noise here. They're setting up tables. And I have nowhere else to go. Sorry. So the sample results look like this. I know for me personally, sometimes I'll cut out specific parts of the charts so that I know that I'm their teacher. I know what level they're in. So usually when I get my scores, I will pick and choose which parts of the result of the chart I want to see. Prizes and student recognition. We all want to recognize our students. We all want to show off what we can do as French teachers and what our students can do as French students. So platinum medals and a plaque are given to students who place first place nationally, which is the highest score. Gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals, and honorable mentions. Chapter and national ranks are available, but do not determine the national awards. So other possible recognition that your chapter might do or that you may want to do for your own school, your chapter will give awards for the top 10 students or the top student as each school. Each chapter does different activities to recognize the top scorers. Also in your school, maybe you want to do your own awards to recognize your students, to give more visualness to your program. So each chapter or most chapters do a distribution d'écrit, which is different depending on the chapter. Some chapters are very large and it's hard to get everybody together. Some are smaller and it makes it a little bit easier. You can do award ceremonies at your school. Board of Ed always likes to hear about all the great things that's going on in your district. It also gives good PR to your program as a whole to get it out there to the community. You can also check our website for a sample press release and share that information with your local newspaper. Again, another way to get your program out there and visible to the community of all the great things that are happening in your classroom. So the timeline generally in the fall, talk about it with your students. I know it's a little late at this point of year. I'm sure most of us have had back to school night. But if you have parent teacher conferences coming up or some kind of parent night at your building, it's a great time to point out, hey, this contest is coming up. And we're going to participate in share with your community again. Talk to your local contest administrator. If you don't know who that person is, you can find that information on our website. As soon as the store opens, create your teacher account, get ready. So you can also make sure that you understand how the site works. Linko is really amazing. They have lots of tutorials to show how the site works, how to register your students, everything is there for you. In the winter, renew your AATF membership. Keep in mind that AATF membership runs from January to December. It's not a school year, so sometimes it gets a little tricky to make sure that your membership is renewed. Determine who is participating and then enroll your students. And then administer the contest, yay! And then you receive certificates and prizes, even more yay. It's super exciting when that happens. For 2024, only online testing will be offered again. This has been the past few years that only online testing is available. So contest levels, you have until April 8th to complete the contest. I believe the first day is February 14th. Everyone's calendar is different. Spring breaks are different throughout the country. Depending on where you live, you might have massive snow days. So it's important to kind of allow for those difficulties that may come up. We are always continuing to work to improve our test format, how to register. We always take suggestions. Feel free to share with us any questions you may have. So the Grand Concours uses Linko, and this is what the main dashboard looks like. It's really easy to navigate. It even has a spot that says National French Contest, and we use the same platform as other language tests like Italian, Spanish, the online version of the National Latin exam, and some levels of the National German exam also use the same platform. So if you know that your Italian teachers are offering their national exam this year, you can work together to use the platform to help each other navigate how to use it. So to register, use your AATF membership and the email for your AATF membership. And if it's not renewed, you can do it when you order the contest. It will come up as your membership is expired, and it will tell you, hey, do you want to renew? If you're not an AATF member, you just create an account and you can order through the store. So if you have questions, you can check the website for general information, the dates, any specific specifications for the level as far as what is included in the levels, and the ordering information and deadlines. You can check with your chapter administrator, which you can find who that person is on our website as well. They can give you more detailed information and any non-technical questions. If you have a tricky situation with a student where you're not sure where they should be placed as far as the divisions, and you can't figure it out from the website, check with eligibility, and Ricky Barron is really great. He will guide you through that process to determine the specifics. Or if you have technical questions with or ordering problems, you can contact me at support at French Contest. So these are our basic information, the website, frenchteachers.org/concours, and our 2 emails. And I think that was it. I know I talk really fast. And I apologize for the noise. I'm at a conference right now and they are setting lunch up out here.
I can go through and answer some of the questions. We would, if you would like a copy of the presentation, if you send Dawn an email, she can send it to you, support@frenchcontest.org, or she can send you a link to a folder where it will be stored. Let's see. If you want a certificate of attendance for the meeting, please email me and I will send you one, director@frenchcontest.org. We are intending to have registration open by the end of the month of October, early November, so you can register early. So make sure if you are a member and you want to register early, make sure your membership has been renewed. And I can show you more on the Linko site if you're interested. Otherwise, if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask, and then I can show you the Linko site if you like. Any questions?
Yes. This went fast, like they said. The contact information again to ask for the meeting recording.
It's support@frenchcontest.org.
Or, oh wait,
I just typed it into the chat, so it should be there.
What's the email address to ask for eligibility questions again?
It's eligibility@frenchcontest.org.
Thank you.
Yep.
And how much is it per student? I missed that at the beginning, I think.
It's $5 for member students if you're a member, and it's $10 if you're not a member. And there may be local chapter fees. Those are posted on our website along with the prizes that the chapters use those fees for.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Should I show that to Dawn, you think? Oh, the email, my email is director@frenchcontest.org. So I will see if I can share. So when Dawn sends you a link, this is what it will look like. And they walk you through how to copy over the practice contest, the sample contest to your site. So this is what the screen looks like, and you just click next, and you click create course, and then you just go to the course. And so this is the sample, and you can pick different modules, and you can see that you've got the FLES contest, you've got level 01, level 1, level 2, level 3. So just your students can practice on any of these. There's no charge for this. You don't need to be registered. Anybody can try it out. And this is what it looks like. You can even see it right now. So you can see, I don't know if you'll hear it, but. And then you can pick the answers, and then you can even, right now the teachers can submit and you'll see what your score was. But when the teachers do it, it will actually look like the test. The teachers only see the preview view. After you're registered, then it'll look like what Dawn was showing you on the slideshow. So I don't know if you have questions about how Linko works. It's very easy. It will work if you have an LMS. You can connect that to your to Linko, so it's very user friendly there.
And they are also available during school hours. So if you have a question, there's an online chat that will go directly to them. That if you have a technical issue or a student has a technical issue while you're
They
on
have
Linko.
excellent online support.
How do you get to that site when the students can practice?
If you send Dawn an email, she can send you the link for that.
Okay.
Well, actually,
what is her email address?
Sarah, you know what? I can put this in the chat. I just put it in the
Okay,
chat.
because- yeah. Mhm.
I put it in the chat.
You did. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Jean, what kind of questions do you have on Linko? Because this is just the sample right now. But I don't know what kind of questions people have.
I'll ask my question about Linko.
Go for it.
I already got the little email from Dawn, and so I've been sitting with my sample account and just kind of looking at it and not being intimidated by it. So I'm on a trimester system, and so can I just add my students now before I've signed up for it to let them play around?
You
so
sure
I
can. Yep.
just add their school emails,
Yep.
and then they can.
And you can invite them to the review course, and they'll have access to that.
Okay.
That's a good way to actually recruit it, because sometimes if they see, hey, this is not too bad, this is kind of fun, they might want to actually sign up for the contest.
That's what I'm hoping, because my students that I think would be the most interested, I don't have them second trimester.
Yeah.
I will only have them third. So it will require them to do something in between time. So, okay, so I can just add, and then after that, I don't have to worry about paying the money and signing up until
Not for the sample, that's free. That's completely free.
Okay, all right, thank you.
This is Jackie. I had a question because they said that, the Linko or whatever is available for help during school hours.
Yeah.
Whose school hours? Because
they're Eastern time, so it's 8 to 5 Eastern.
Okay, so that doesn't help
You're
us.
kind of good there, right?
No, because 5 o'clock Eastern is 2 o'clock
Yeah.
California time.
Then you can always try contacting me or Dawn, and we can try and help. Because we can do some things, but there's some things that we just can't do. We don't even have access to.
Yeah, so that's West Coast is always being left out, and we're trying to do our best. So maybe there's you can talk to the company about that?
Sure, I can share that with them and see if they can maybe have like a later shift.
Yeah,
Yep.
until at least like 8 o'clock their time, or maybe 7 o'clock their time, because then that's 4 o'clock
Right.
our time, and usually the school day's over by then.
Okay. That's a good idea, Jackie. I'll do that.
Thank you.
This is a question I have. My fifth graders are like a kind of, they've done really 1 year of French or whatever. I don't know where to register that. What would be the first test that would be best for them? I don't know where to start there.
They would probably be, are they doing French 1 coursework, like high school
They
French
are.
1?
Yes, they are. Yes.
How much are they doing of it? Are they going to finish it this year? Or are they
Oh,
going to,
no, they're not. No, they're going
is
to
it
do
like
half
over
of the
3
book.
years that you do it?
Half of the book. They would be half of, at the end of the year, they would, they will have done half of French 1.
Then they can do level 01 contest.
Or 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Or 1. And so my sixth graders would be.
Do level 1. And then when they go to 7th grade, they would be in French 2.
Yes.
Then they would do level 2.
Level 2 in half of the book. French 1 would be level 2 already.
No. Half of the book. Do you do your French 2 over 2 years also?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that might be a question we go over with Ricky, because that's
Okay.
kind of tricky. We might have to do like FLES, FLES
Okay.
1 year, 01. That's kind of a tricky situation.
Okay, so how do I follow up with that? Because I don't want everyone to be.
Sure, you can just email me, director, and I will get with Ricky and we'll figure it out.
Thank you so much. That's
Mhm.
very helpful. Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else? Well, John, are we done then? If nobody else has anything, there's a list of school to choose. Yeah, when you create your account on Linko, they do want your school name. And if it's not there, you can contact the chat bubble and they can help you with it.
Linko. Okay, so Linko is something that it's a site that students can sign in by themselves as well as us. Is that right? What it is? Linko.
Yes.
There's
After you create your account, there's a window where you would invite students. They have to have an email address.
Yes, and then the school address. Yeah.
Yeah, you send it to their school email address, and when they get that, they'll have a link and it'll say sign up.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sign in, they create their own username, their own password, all that.
Okay.
If that doesn't work for your students, I know my students' email accounts are set up that they are not allowed to get email from any outside source, including their parents. So there's also a code that you can give them with the website, or a link direct that you can have them use if that email does not work to get outside emails.
I can navigate that. Thank you. Okay.
It's a lot harder than it sounds. Linko does have, when the website's up, they have a video that walks you through the steps, and they have really good step-by-step instructions. So there's a lot of help there. If you just take a few minutes and watch the video, I think it's like a 5-minute video,
Okay.
but it's really helpful.
Okay.
Do you guys know if we've participated in the exam before and we want to have our students practice this year? Do we still set them up through the practice site? Will it transfer over when we sign them up for real?
It should, yeah, because their name should be in your roster then. I'm not
Okay.
positive, but they should be.
Okay. And some of them already have accounts from prior years, so
Right.
okay.
So
Okay.
you would so you could just send them the link and they could click on it and log in and get to it.
Okay, great. Thank
Yeah, if you have them registered for the review materials, their names are in there, and then you just assign them to whatever level you've purchased for them. It's one click.
Great.
There was a question, if you had a Linko account last year, if you had a Linko account last year and you used that link I put in the chat, it'll look just like my screen looked when I showed it about setting it up. They take out all the information over the summer that you had in there last year, and they start new every year. Just so we don't want to keep student results on the internet on the, just we take everything off every year for privacy. But your screen will look just like that, and it's really easy to set up. If you don't have a chapter administrator, then there aren't any local fees if it says contact national. That was a question. But some chapters don't have an administrator. If you don't find your school, you'd have to contact the chat button on Linko, and they can help you set it up. I don't know what their terminology is. We did have a letter on the website. I'm not sure where that is. I'm going to have to look for it. Let me see. And it might have been older, but. I gotta see, it might be really, oh, stop. Sorry, I have different versions of Word on here.
The
Yeah,
letter, I posted
it
the
is.
link
Thank
of
you,
where
Dawn.
the letter can be found. It's at the bottom. If you scroll to that, it says template letter, and it'll open as a Word document.
Needs to be updated. Do that. All right, any other questions? There was a question if 5th grade is the cutoff for elementary. No, 6th grade is technically, unless they're doing level 01. The 4th grader would do a FLES. Your 7th grader would probably have to do, if they're not taking French, they should still probably do level 01. Yeah.
What if we, I was thinking, like, what if we register some really beginners? What would be the very, very beginners level? What's the lowest level that you have?
Elementary school is FLES, and there's 2 different, depending on the grade. Like, what grade your students are, like 4th grade?
I don't know. I was wondering if a 3rd grader so start practicing so that
Yeah, we for the 1st and through the 3rd grade, if they're not in an immersion program, the students only answer 20 questions, and it's all listening comprehension, and it's just a really nice intro. It's not
that's
hard.
what I was thinking. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And you'll see that on the Linko site. If you test it out, you can see they only answer the first 20 questions.
Yeah, that would be kind of exciting. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
And thank you for sharing that, Gina, because their support is really excellent, and they are really quick on answering things. And when you email, they know that you're writing about the French contest even, so they know the answers. It's not like you get some bot somewhere that doesn't know, What is the level for 6th graders coming from immersion? It depends on what level French they are studying. So that question would have to go over with me or the eligibility chair to get more details. That's kind of a tricky question. Okay, so like I said, if you would like a copy of the presentation, Dawn can share it. You can contact her. If you would like a certificate, you can contact me. Otherwise, thank you all for coming today, and we appreciate you. Hope to see you all in the contest this year.
Yep, that's exciting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.